This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah. Hello, all. Good morning. Welcome back. Yeah. So today we are going to start Azure. So yesterday we completed GCP, right? Global Cloud Platform. Today we are going to start Azure. Yeah. Can you see my screen, everyone? Online?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So agenda here is what is Azure? What is cloud computing first? Okay. What is cloud computing? Benefits of cloud computing? Types of cloud computing? Types of cloud services. What is Azure? How to create Azure free tier account? What is Azure portal? How the Azure real-time portal? Try to understand. So before going to this, anyone having any questions on previous sessions? Yeah, go ahead, please.
Sir, GCP documents not provided from your site.
Okay. Yesterday, okay, forgot to send GCP document and also Kubernetes Terraform, right? Documents.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Make sure I'll provide today. Okay, I provide today. Once completed, once this session completed, then we'll provide the documentation. Right. So basically, what is cloud computing? What is cloud computing? We discussed 2 times in the AWS and GCP also, right? What is cloud computing? So it's a on-demand availability of computer system, resources, storage, and computing power without direct active management by the user. What does it mean? Yeah. So currently, whatever servers we are using in physical environments. Okay. So when we have physical servers, physical data centers, we will be having full access to the resources. We can take full control of them, right? So in Hyderabad, in my previous project, in Hyderabad we have local data center. So when we want to have when we want to work on the physical servers, we used to take full control. So when we want to restart server, when we want to take when we want to upgrade anything, when we want to remove anything, so we used to perform because those are local data center servers, right? But that was the case few years ago. However, with the introduction of cloud, everything has been changed now, right? So our infrastructure no longer sitting inside of our local data centers. So rather it is being offered by as a service like third-party service providers like AWS, Azure, GCP, right? Yeah. So here, so when we want to have any servers from cloud, we'll take as a renting purpose. Like for example, if you want to use the server from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. So we use the server from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. For that usage, what we will do? We pay the bills. It's like gas bills, electricity bills, right? So currently, every cloud platform they are trying to give best services. Every cloud platform they are trying to give best services, best security, best availability because competition, right? So AWS, Azure, GCP, every platform, they're trying to give best service. Fine. Yeah. Now, next one. So benefits of cloud computing. First one is cost, right? So whatever services we are using, for that usage we pay the bills, right? Which is nothing but costing. So pay as you go model is there. So for example, if you use the server for 1 hour, you can pay the only 1 hour only, right? So next one, on demand. And what is on demand? Whenever you want to have any server, that should be available immediately, which is nothing but on demand, right? So broad network access. So whatever services we are using in cloud, in Azure or any platform, right? So those services, those servers, those network, those storages, you can access from anywhere, from your home, office, anywhere you can access, which is nothing but broad network access. So next one, performance. So whatever servers we are using, right? So even GCP, like even Azure also having very huge data center footprints across the globe, because Microsoft is a very old one, right? So they have very huge data centers across the globe. So when they have used data centers, use hardware, definitely performance will be high, right? So whatever servers, whatever services we are using, those are very high performance services we are using in Azure. And the scalability. So whenever you want to scale your services, you can scale up, scale down, right? Security. Security is the first concern every customer raises. Whenever any customer want to opt this platform, the first question here is security. If I host my databases applications in cloud, Azure, how the security will be addressed, right? So this is the first concern every customer raises. So if the vendor is unable to provide security, what will happen here? Customers eventually switch to other platforms, right? So that is why security and availability, these are very, very important, right? Next one, 3 types of cloud computing available here: public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, right? So public cloud means AWS cloud, Azure cloud, GCP cloud. Private cloud means exclusively used by our nation, local servers, right? Hybrid cloud, it is a combination of public and private. Types of cloud services: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. So infrastructure as a service, as a DevOps engineer, what we will do, we create infrastructure. On top of that, we deploy all the tools, right? So platform as a service means once we log into the console, we can directly use the tools, all the services. Like for example, if you take GCP, Google Cloud, when we log into the Google Cloud, you can directly use the Kubernetes. No need to install configure Kubernetes in GCP. GKE one service is there. The same way AWS also one service is there. EKS, Elastic Kubernetes Service. Also Azure also one service is there. EKS, Azure Kubernetes Service. Right? So in PaaS, in platform-based service, when we log in into the console, we can directly use the tools, whatever tools required. Right? Next one is SaaS, software as a service. So which is mainly for reusability. So whatever storage, whatever Google Drive, OneDrive, Amazon shopping site, Office 365, these are all reusability services. Next one. Yeah. So what is Azure? So Microsoft Azure is an ever-expanding set of cloud services to help your organization meet your business challenges. Right? That is the definition. See here. A little bit about Azure. Azure announced in 2008 with the code name Project Red Dog. This is the first name, Azure name, Project Red Dog. In 2008, this is the first name. Officially launched on February 1st, 2010 as Windows Azure. Renamed as Microsoft Azure on March 25th, 2015. So this is the third name. Microsoft Azure is the third name. 3 times changed the name, right? So Windows Azure, Microsoft Azure, there are some similarities are there, services wise similarities are there, right? So if you search in Google, like Windows Azure dashboard, you can search in Google and you can compare. some similarities are there here. Okay. Yeah. Next one. So a little bit about Azure, various services offerings, virtual machines, networking, storage, serverless computing, containers, app services, SQL database are few of them. Right. So Azure global infrastructure. So globally they have very huge data centers. Azure is having very huge data centers footprint across the globe. Next one, Azure security. So 90 plus compliance offerings by Azure here. So Azure DDoS protection. DDoS means distributed denial of service. Azure Security Center, Azure Firewall, Azure Key Vault. So these are the security services they are providing now. Next one, Azure Portal. This is a portal, right? So here we have web apps, databases, virtual machines, virtual networks, storage, and 3,500 plus other services available here. See here. So to create Azure account, this is the URL, azure.microsoft.com. Just type here. So you will get start free. Click on start free. Right. So this is a 2 months free only, not 12 months. Okay. So it is not 12 months, 2 months only. I'll show you. So few of the services 12 month free, few of the services always free. Most of the services only 2 months free. Right. So I'll show you this. See here. Create your Azure free account today. So get started with 12 months free, but not really 12 months free, 2 months only. See here. It is saying here, see here, 13,300 credits they will provide. Within that credits, we have to use the services. See here, they are showing here to explore Azure for 30 days. Maximum 30 days we can use, up to it will allow 60 days only. So, and also popular services 12 months free, but they are showing something, but they are not giving like that. And always free 25 services, right? And also here, Linux virtual machines 750 hours, Windows virtual machines 750 hours, managed disk 64 GB into 2, and a blob storage 5 GB free, file storage 5 GB free, SQL database 250 GB free. Like this, they are giving some offers. And which products are always free? These are the products: Azure Cosmos DB, app service, functions, right? So AKS, Azure Kubernetes Service, Event Grid, Dev Test Labs. These are all, yeah, 25, nearly 25 services are there. Those are always free.
One question. In GCP, like after like 3 months, it will be suspended. Account will be suspended. What will happen in Azure? It will charge. It will create the bill if you use access.
Yeah, so you can convert into pay as you go. So created
No,
account, you
no,
can convert
no.
into.
Don't. I'm not about talking converting. If the existing service we use like more than limit, like then it will generate the bill or what?
Yeah, definitely. So if you are using beyond the limits, bill will be generated.
No, because in GCP you said after 3 months account will be suspended, right?
Account will be suspended. Yes, account will be closed.
Yeah. So we will not get any bill in GCP.
Within the 3 months, if you utilize beyond the limits, you will get bill. Within the, for example, whatever free hours are they are giving. So within 1 hour, 1 month, you are going to complete that. Whatever free hours. So after that, bill will be generated.
I'm talking about GCP.
Yeah. I'm talking about, yeah. I'm explaining about GCP only. In GCP,
No, I
GCP
thought in
is
GCP like
giving,
we can use like 3 months with the whatever credits are there, we can use it. Okay, but okay, got it.
within 1 month, you completed $300, for example. After that, you will get bill, right? Yeah. These are the platform services, compute services, web and mobile services, developer services, integration, analytics, IoT, right? Data, and media studio. These are all services. Developer types, so here, developer tools, Visual Studio Code, Azure SDK, software development kit, right? These are the things available. Now, how to create Azure account, we'll try to understand. Okay. It is very simple to create Azure account. Very simple. Go to Azure, go to browser, and you can type here azure.microsoft.com. See here, try Azure for free. Click on this. See here, start free. Now it is saying start free. It is asking you to start free. Click on this. Yeah. Now, so you require one email address that you have to select. Once you select that email address, right? After that, it will ask you to provide your personal information, your address, phone number, right? And also your yeah, it will ask you to create password, right? And finally, go next. It will ask you to provide the credit card or debit card details. Make sure that should be provided. So once you provide that account details, debit card or credit card details, then account will be success. So once you provide that, so 2 rupees will be deducted from your account after 1 month, after 1 week, not 1 month, it will revert to your account, right? Yeah. So you can select your email address and you can go next. You can follow the steps. This is very simple, like Gmail account. How to create Gmail account? The same way you can create this Azure account. Yeah, once the account is activated, so now you can type here portal.azure.com and select your email address. This is my Azure portal, right? Now, see here, this is my email address. Here we have default directory is there, right? Default directory. Click on this. Now, so if you check here, so my Microsoft account, click on this. Your account information will be, your account information is available here. So see here, subscriptions, right? Privacy, security, payment options, order history. So different options are available here. Right? Now go back to, now you can click on switch directory. Click on this. See here. Now here we have, see here. So directories and subscriptions, appearance, startup, views, language and region, my information, signing out, notifications, different things are there. So now click on appearance and startup views. Click on this. Now, if you want to change the screen appearance, your dashboard appearance. So currently this is the combination of blue and white, right? Now I want to change to dark. Click on select dark, apply. See here, the screen has been completely changed, right? So if you want to change to light screen, blue, different screen. So tabs are blue. Inside of the tabs, these are blue, right? Now default one, which is Azure default one. Apply this. See here, this is the default. Like this, if you want to change anything, you can change, right? Next one, language and region. See here. So language and regional format. So if you want to change here, you can change my information. So my whatever ID I give, right? So whatever information I provided here, I can check here, right? After that, so if you want to signing out or if you want to check notifications, you can go here, right? Now, next one. So this is the feedback tab, feedback. So whatever services you are using, for the services, if you want to provide feedback, you can update feedback, right? You can submit them. Feedback will go to the Microsoft, right? Next one. So if you want to raise any ticket, any case, right, you can go to the support tab here. Click on this. See here, help and support. In real time also same. If you face any issues in the services, with the services, right, you can raise a help and support ticket from the from here, right? So once you raise this ticket, once you submit this request, Microsoft will receive this request, and they start working on the issue. They resolve the issue, and they provide they call you back. They call you back. Okay. Next one, settings. Settings tab. See here. So these are the settings we discussed already. Appearance, startup views, language. Right. Next one, bell icon. Bell icon is notifications. If any issues are there, if any logs generated here, you'll get notifications. You can check from here. Right. Next one is directories and subscriptions. Click on this. So again, this same dashboard open, setting dashboard. Right. So next one is shell. So command line. So instead of the GUI, we can activate shell, bash or PowerShell. You can activate. So you can execute the command here. Commands. You can execute the commands here. For example, if you want to create snapshot by using command line, also you can create. Right? If you want to create reset instance by using commands, also you can create. Right? Next one is see here. So this is navigation menu. Navigation. So home, dashboard, all services, service, yes, resource groups, Kickstart Center, app services, function apps, different things are there. See here, virtual missions. If you want to create virtual servers, cloud servers, right? You can click on this and create virtual server. Using this, you can create virtual server. And load balancer, storage accounts, virtual networks, Azure Active Directory, monitor, advisor, different things are there. And also cost management, billing also available here. Right? So inside of the billing, cost management, diagnose, billing scopes, subscriptions, invoices, payment methods, different things are there. Right? Now, so what we will do, how to create first VM, we'll try to understand today. How to connect first VM, how to create first VM, and how to deploy packages in that. So we'll try to understand. Yeah. Now, so these are all recently visited services. Recently visited services, right? Now go to navigation menu, click on virtual missions. Click on this. Now here you can click on create virtual mission. Click on create. See here. So virtual mission, Azure virtual mission, create a virtual mission hosted by Azure. Yeah, Azure virtual mission with present configuration. Create a virtual mission with the present based on your workloads. Azure Arc virtual mission. Create a new Azure virtual mission in one of your non-Azure environments. Right? Create a virtual mission. Create a VMware virtual mission hosted by Azure. So 4 ways to create virtual missions. So first one I can select here. Yeah, see here. So when I select this, it is showing here basic information, disk storage information, networking information, management, advanced, tags, review, and create. Okay. So in basic here, very first thing it is asking subscription. What is subscription? Subscription is a account information, right? So this is my default subscription, default account, right? Now resource group means where we hold all the resources. So now I want to create one resource group here. Create new. Click on OK. See here. Now, so this is the resource group where we hold all the resources. Now go down here. So instance details, virtual mission name, I can give VM01 region. Which region? By default, it is selected US East region, right? You can keep as is. Availability options. Any availability zone you can select. So availability zone, zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, whatever, right? Security type, standard one, or else you can select trusted launch, virtual missions, different layers are there, right? So next one, image. Which image you want to use? to create this server. So by default, it is selected Ubuntu 20.04. So if you want to see all the images, click on see all images. See here, different images are available here. See here, Visual Studio Code, Windows 11 preview, right? So if you go to next here, you will see few more images. Next, you will see few more images. Like this, we'll get all the images, whatever images are there, right? So now what I will do, I want to use default image only. I want to use the default one only, which is Ubuntu Server 20.04. I want to use this, right? Next one, see here, size of image. So it is showing standard DS1 V2. So in AWS we have T2 micro, T2 nano, T2 large, right? So the same way here we have, so standard DS1 V2, standard DS2 V3, standard DS2 V3, different configuration. So like this, right? So Azure is providing different configurations here. So first one is the basic one, which is standard DS1 V2, one virtual CPU, 3.5 GB RAM. I can select this. Now administrator account, see here. Authentication type, if you want to use SSH public key, you can use, or else you can select password. So when you select password, you have to create username and password here. So now username, I can give Azure user1, and password. Password I can give custom password, and confirm password. Right now, see here. So inbound port rules. So at least 22 port should be open for Linux server. 22 port should be open. Otherwise, you cannot connect this server, right? So now this 22 port is enabled here. Allow selected ports. Now click on next. So these are the basic information, basic details. Click on next. Yeah, disk information. Next one is a disk information. So OS disk type premium SSD, or else you can select standard SSD or standard HDD. So we know standard SSD, premium SSD, solid state drive, right? So in real-time projects, we are using premium SSD only. Here also it is showing default one, which is premium SSD, right? So delete with VM. What does it mean? Delete with VM. Yeah, in AWS we have one option, delete and termination, right? So when we delete the VM, along with the storage also will be deleted. So when we select this option, right? So if you want to encrypt this, you can select encryption here, right? Now go down here, encryption types. So you can change the encryption types here. So enable ultra disk compatibility. If you want to enable, you can enable, right? So now see here, data disk for VM01. What is this? Here it is showing LUN. What is LUN? Anyone? Storage. Storage. Yeah. So LUN is full form is logical unit number. Why we equal LUN? Normally in real-time projects, for databases, production applications, we use external storage. So for example, this LUN is external storage drive. External storage drive. Why we use that? So for example, most of the environments, physical environments, we use LUN, but cloud also they are using LUNs here. Okay. So why we use this? We create one external storage. That storage we attach to the server. If the server is crashed, LUN will be available. This LUN will be available. whatever databases are there, those will not be disturbed anything. That will be available instead of the external storage, right? If you search here, it's a logical unit number. See here, external storage. Fine. So this can be attached to the server, so that in that whatever critical data is there, that we can store in the LUN. Okay. Next one, click on next, networking. So networking, see here. So network interface. So here default one, this is the default interface. Okay, default interface, and the subnet is also default one, and public IP. So dynamic IP, right? So go down here. NSA network security group, basic group, and public inbound ports, allow selected ports, right? So now load balancing, I selected none. I haven't given any load balancing. Next, management. So management is here, it is showing monitoring. So if you want to enable any monitoring, you can enable, or else you can disable simply. And enable OS guest diagnostics. If you want to enable this, you can enable. And the identity, Azure AD, Azure Active Directory, right? So whatever you want to select, you can select. Auto shutdown also can enable. If you want to enable backup copies, backups can enable. Guest OS updates, what enable can enable. Click on next, advanced. Yeah, in the advanced here, so extensions, VM applications, custom data, and cloud init, different advanced concept not required basically. So in real time also we are not enabling this. Okay. Tags, tag name, VM01. Now click on next, review and create. Yeah, so validation is passed. Now click on create. Yeah, once you click on create, so here VM is creating now.
What was the selected resources plus all level showing?
That shows
The previous.
previous step, right?
Yes.
Selected resource.
Yeah. Just we said
Tax, reset tax. Okay. Advanced one. Advanced one.
selected resources. Something was there and it was showing that's all.
Let's see. Right, now it is completed, right? Yeah, now this is VM is created. So go to home, click on virtual machines, open this virtual machine, VM. Yeah, now see here. So these are all options, right? So resource group and status, running state, location, subscription, and ID, subscription ID, availability zone, operating system, Ubuntu, So size of the VM, right? So standard DS1, V2, and public IP address, virtual network, subnet, and DNS name, right? So here, if you go down here, see here, properties. If you want to modify anything, you can modify here. So networking, size, disk, availability scaling, security type, right? So if you want to modify this, you can modify. And here, virtual machine, public IP, private IP, two IPs are there here, right? See here, networking, public IP, private IP, and subnet, DNS name, right? Now, so if you want to connect your virtual machine by using public IP, you can connect. If you want to connect your cloud server, but if you want to, yeah. So once you connect that, once you log into the server, private IP will be available. That we know, right? So here we haven't used SSH authentication here. We used password. So that what will happen here? If you want to connect your virtual machine, directly you can copy this public IP, open partition, paste here. So no need to expand the SSH here because we are using password method, right? Now directly click on open. See here, now click on yes. Now it is asking login as username password. Whatever username we created, that we have to give. Azure user1 and password. Yeah, now I'm able to log in into my Azure VM. Right? So make a step miss you miss something. I'll show you some. Okay. Yeah, we'll see that. Again, we'll create VMs by the time I'll show you. Okay. Yeah. Now, see here. So this server is in running state, right? So this is a virtual machine, subscription, right? Linux and the size of the machine, right? So this is in running state. So now this VM is connected here, right? So in this VM, whatever package you want to deploy, you can deploy same way, right? In real-time projects, normally we don't create VMs like this. We know, right? By using Terraform, we can create. So in place of provider AWS, we give, right? In Terraform, provider AWS. In place of AWS, we give Azure, and region we have to specify, and access KID, secret KID, and create in Azure, right? So whatever VMs you want to create, right? So this is how we can create manually. Now sudo apt get update.
So here we may use a username block. On a similar way, we have that option in Google or AWS. We generate password by uploading key and all. So can we log in a similar way?
In AWS, once we create the server, we can create user. One option, recent updates, one option is it. Recently, one dashboard released, right? New dashboard, new updates. Hope you are aware. Hope you check.
Yes.
Console is updated. In that, we have option. You can check that. Okay. Now, we can install whatever package you want to install, right? Like this, you can install the whatever package you want to install, you can install, right? So, and one more thing, so in Azure, don't directly delete the VMs. In like AWS and GCP, in GCP and AWS, once we complete our practice, what we will do, select VM and delete directly. But here, don't direct delete, should not delete directly. So this is not recommended way in Azure. Okay, so first we have to stop this VM. Stop this VM. Yes. Then only once it is stopped, then only you can go ahead and delete the VM. Yeah, this is the best practice. So if you start practicing like this, when you get a chance to work on Azure platform in real time, you can follow that same. Okay.
Real-time business something like we give up.
Terraform. Yes. Yeah.
It's the same case with Google Cloud and data.
Yes. Yeah. Enterprise environments, most of the project teams they are using Terraform to create servers, to stop the servers, to delete the servers.
Then Terraform is like mandated from this.
Yeah. So most of the project teams they are using Terraform. Infrastructure automation tool, right? That is automation. Yeah, that is automation.
For example, if something is given that we need to create some server. So can we do manual process also in the real time?
Sometimes we go manual also. Sometimes.
That freedom will be given is based on there.
Based on the project requirement. So for example, only one server is required or anything want to modify. So you can go manually also. Right? Now this instance is VM is stopped. Now we can go ahead and delete this. Select this, go here, delete. Okay. Yeah. Next one. So I delete this first. Now this VM is deleted. It's deleting. Wait for a few seconds. Next one is, for example, once you delete this VM, you can delete these resources. Otherwise, some bill will be generated. Yeah. So, and next one here we have virtual networks. So VNets, we can call it as VNet. VNet is the VPC, right? So to create network, custom network, we use VNets, virtual networks. By using virtual networks only, we can create, yeah, custom networks, right? Yeah, and here, click on virtual machines. Before that, yeah. So next one, subscriptions. So if you want to create subscription, for example, I'll show you this subscription. So click on subscription, subscriptions. So this is my subscription which I created here. Subscription ID, my role, and current cost, secure, score. Yeah, this is active. This account is active, right? Now I want to create one subscription. So for example, if you want to add any subscription, click on add this subscription name. You can give here. See here. So free trial, pay as you go, Azure for students. So always you can select free trial only. Don't select pay as you go. So Azure will charge more billing. So more charges will be applied here. When you select pay as you go, don't select pay as you go. So currently I'm using pay as you go. Currently I'm using pay as you go. Every month I'm getting 2000 billing. Okay. So charges are a bit high in Azure. Charges are a bit high. So automatic debits will be happening. Automatic debits. That is why. So always you can select free trial. So here we have other offers also. Click on this here. Azure Pass sponsorship, Visual Studio Enterprise subscription, Visual Studio Enterprise subscription, MPN, like this different subscriptions available here. Don't select anything. So you can select free trial only. Once it is expired, we'll see that again. Okay. So don't use pay as you go and Azure for students, different subscriptions, don't enable. Fine. So you can create account today. So once account is activated, you can try to create one server instead of the Azure. You can create one server and try to connect server, right? So tomorrow we'll work on VNets, virtual networks. How to create VNet, how to create subnets instead of the VNets. So instead of the subnet, how to create servers, how to connect servers. So VNet is working or not, we can check it out, right? So tomorrow we'll see that. So this my offer is pay as you go. I selected pay as you go, right? Fine. So we stop here. Yeah, tomorrow, day after, we'll try to complete Azure, or else Friday also maybe. Okay, we'll see that. Fine. So we stop here. You can create account today. So tomorrow we'll work on minutes. Fine. Yeah. Thank you all.